no person that thinks they know everything. COVID-19 does not come from 5G. Hello and welcome to another Mouse 7 videos. This is a computer video that I'm doing, but it isn't a bots video. Okay, so, just for some context, people have been saying that 5G causes coronavirus, but then it also causes autism, and I think there were some others. I think they also said it causes heads to blow up and stuff, but you know. Anyway, no, it does not cause coronavirus, and here is why. Now, before you comment, oh, but I know everything, which means that, well, I need to comment that you're wrong, you're listening to a dumb YouTuber. You don't know everything. No one said you know everything. You haven't been to university. If you haven't been to university, you're not qualified. In theory, that means I'm not qualified either, but I'm just giving an opinion. And yes, technically you would be giving an opinion as well, but your opinion is wrong from the actual fact. I'm giving facts. Okay, let's get into it. So, here's where those 5G and coronavirus conspiracies came from. Let's see where they came from, shall we? In our viral video, a woman approaches two telecom workers and asking them if they work for the NHS. The telecom workers are obviously not NHS, you idiot. And berating them when they say that they don't. You can't berate someone for not working for the NHS if you don't work for the NHS either. That's like you not being a builder, that's like you walking up to an officeman saying you're a builder, and then them saying no, and then you'd be like, oh my god, why are you not a builder? Even though you're not a builder either. It doesn't make sense. Anyway, when they say they don't, asking one of the men if he has children or parents, when she's told he has his mum, she responds, well then they turn that switch on, bye bye mama. "5G will not kill old people. Don't know who said it would kill old people, but it will not kill old people. The switch she's talking about is 5G. Yes. Suddenly, panic over 5G, newest generation of mobile telecommunications infrastructure, and the notion that it is the true cause of the coronavirus pandemic, which it's not. It's been proven. Well, actually, it hasn't been. To be honest, they haven't actually proven what the true cause of coronavirus was. There was two. It was either a guy eating a bat, or it was made in a lab. I've heard both, and to be honest, the lab one seems more realistic. That's just my opinion, though. Yeah, don't say my opinion's wrong, because an opinion can't be wrong. Yes, I know I said that your opinion's wrong at the beginning, but shut up. Suddenly, panic over 5G, I regret that bit, needs to be over. In recent days, there have been suspected arson attacks on mobile phone masks in Birmingham, Liverpool and Merseyside. That's not going to really do anything, though, is it? Burning down a mobile phone mask isn't really going to do anything. I'll say mask, I meant mask. Celebrities have pushed the idea that 5G is harmful, such as, and linked to COVID-19, the government has been forced to address the fears. Microwave branding the theory is dangerous nonsense. Thank you. Thank you. The government actually has a correct opinion. It is nonsense. Well done. To be clear, these theories are wrong. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see if my fact checks linked for his article. There's no connection between 5G and coronavirus. Okay, let me just lay down some facts. 5G is a network used by people, it's like a mast, sorry. It's basically a mast used by people to, well, get faster internet speeds. It's pretty much, it's like 4G but a lot faster. Coronavirus is a viral disease which is passed from person to person through surface touching or the air. There is no correlation between those two. That is literally like comparing steak. It's literally like comparing steak and seawater. They have nothing to do with each other. But it's not clear, simply dismissing them as the right approach. How is it not the right approach? I wonder where the theories come from. 5G myths were rife before coronavirus. Actually, no, that's a really great point. That is a great point. I don't know how to spell released. I know that's not how you spell released, but I always spell it realised as opposed to released. And I lost my Wi-Fi connection. Brilliant. absolutely brilliant. I'd just like to take this moment to remind you all that my Instagram is available to be followed, linked in the channel art and in the about section of the channel. I was going to do a video talking about why NPCs are dumb in video games, but then I read a news article where it said about 5G, and then I was just like, oh okay, I'd rather do this. Deployment. The Wuhan coronavirus has nothing to do with 5G. Thank you. Wuhan was a province where 5G was rolled out, and now the... Oh, hello. This looks... Okay, I know I was doing that one in the top left, but this looks interesting. 5G... Exposure to 5G waves leads to flu-like symptoms. Symptoms of microwave... Okay, this website, may I add, this website is literally called 5G EMF Dangers. Wuhan was a province where 5G was rolled out, and now the centre of deadly virus. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Also, I'm not trying to be controversial in this video, I'm just stating facts. Plus, like, even if I get bad publicity, I might still get subscribers, or lose subscribers, you know. Either one. Anyway. Are you interested in... Okay, if you look on the right, are you interested in info about how to protect from EMF's radiation? I think I might... Oh, the notebook's already ticked. There you go, I already knew what I was going to say. Okay, symptoms of microwave illness, which is basically what you'll get... basically, 5G emits the same wattage as a microwave, so in theory, you might get ill from being exposed to it for too long, but you won't get coronavirus. So let's see what it is. Headache, dizziness, nausea, skin rash, itch skin, burning skin sensation, tingling sensation, tremors, muscle spasms, muscle and joint pain, restless leg syndrome, foot issues, low high pressure, facial flushing, dehydration, body metals, redistribution, leukemia. Actually, no, never mind, that would make sense. Lymphomia, difficulty concentrating, memory loss, brain damage, mood disorder, personality disorder, increased irritability, decreasing trust in people, depression, anxiety, ADHD, ADD. Right, no, that annoys me. ADHD and ADD are things you cannot catch. They're things you're born with. There is no cure for them. There is no catch. You cannot catch ADD or ADHD. ADD is basically autism. ADHD is I can't remember what the full name is. Like attention something disorder. I think ADD stands for autistic something else disorder. I'm very good at this. Anyway, they're things you get born with. You can't catch them. That annoys me. Digestive issues, abdominal pain, enlarged thyroid, sorry. Hair loss, testicular / ovarian pain low, sperm motility, miscarriage, electromagnetic sensitivity, tinnitus, hearing loss. Aren't they the same thing? I think they are. Irregular sleep pattern, insomnia, chronic fatigue, derogatory vision, pressure in behind eyes, eye damage, Carter's immune I need to put my glasses for the rest of these. This is getting really difficult to read. Sorry. Immune abnormalities, altered sugar metabolism, asthma attack. I'm sorry. So what you're saying is, I'm exposed to 5G. I'll start having an asthma attack despite the fact I do not have asthma. Logic. Bronchitis, pneumonia, inflamed sinuses, chest pain, pressure, heart arrhythmia, nailed it. Heart palpitations. Bullshit. I call bullshit. Some of them are believable, and I know some of them will work. Like for example, sperm mortality. But other than like ADHD and ADD, yeah, not so much. Or asthma attacks. Okay, now that I've read the symptoms of what 5G will do to you, or microwave illness, but what 5G will do, yeah. What's the Chinese hiding in Wuhan? I'm not hiding anything in Wuhan. This website, oh my, I could do an entire video just ranting about this website. Hawaii is helping fight coronavirus, setting up 5G base stations, what's wrong about that? Hawaii is that Hawaii or is that something else? I don't think it's actually Hawaii. I think it's. Oh no, it's. I don't know why I pronounce it as Hawaii. That's shit. How do you pronounce it? Hawaii? No. I don't forgot how you pronounce it. That phone brand. Don't know. Oh, Huawei. Huawei. I just remembered now. Right, Huawei. Mayor of Wuhan, epicenter of coronavirus outbreaks. So 5 million people left the city before travel restrictions were imposed. Really? I wonder why. Yeah, this website is. I think some of it's right, some of it's wrong. I am going to get annoyed if I do continue reading it because it literally does not say anything of any use at all. And I lost Wi-Fi connection. Let's go back. Anyway, I'm going to go back to the original article. Where was that? Wearing protective gear, which almost certainly shows him cleaning at night, installing a 5G hazmat suit here. Interesting. Okay, a common theme was 5G towers causing the deaths of large groups of birds, mostly stemming from a case in The Hague where almost 300 starlings were found dead in a park in October. There were no 5G tests in the city around that time. I'm sorry, how are people this dumb? That you are linking bird deaths with 5G when there were no 5G masks in the city at that time? How? I don't understand how some people think. I'd love to know how some people think, actually. Even to underneath, in reality, mass bird deaths aren't uncommon and predate 5G technology. And the UK government monitors and protects for disease outbreaks. Right, well, I'm getting triggered by reading this. Like, this is incredible. This is, wow, wow, wow. Okay, this is incredible. Yeah, wow, I'm sorry, I'm getting speechless from this. Yeah, I'm getting very speechless from this. It wasn't just birds. The claims that 5G was dangerous to human health was also backed up by supposed examples of harm to trees. How is 5G harming trees? Seriously. It's humans that are harming trees by cutting them down, not 5G. This led to the new theory that authorities were therefore cutting down trees, hide the fact 5G would kill them. But 5G isn't going to kill trees. 5G won't kill the trees. They're cutting them down for wood. It's a tree. We also spread official looking signs being attached to infrastructure and overlapping concern with smart street lights, baby monitors and microwaves and smart meters. So what you're telling me is that because anti-vaxxers couldn't get their own way, they turned to 5G, smart street lamps, baby monitors, microwaves and smart meters. So what you're telling me is anti-vaxxers will live in a house with their baby, where the baby will be in the same room as them, so they don't have to have a toxic baby monitor. Let's keep going down. Former TV presenter turned conspiracy theorist of David Icke. How do you pronounce that? Icke. No. Was an early celebrity, a proponent of 5G conspiracies. First mentioning the technology to his hundreds of thousands of Facebook followers in mid-2018. But let me Facebook friends. in the actually no, it might have, never mind. But one of the key successes of the 5G rumours is how he's managed to infiltrate so many online communities. Well, that's because it doesn't take. If you have one person, right? So for example, say that on Reddit, someone posted something about it, and one community, soon loads of people will be posting about it. It takes one person to spread it, like coronavirus. Government was able to link that back to the thing. Anti-vaccination communities were often often open to the idea of 5G being harmful. Yes, of course they were, because there was no evidence anti-vax, because there was no evidence vaccines cause anything. So like, okay, we need to look stupid. So now we're going to turn to something else, being 5G. So there's just me angrily ranting about 5G people. It's incredible. I just want an alkaline diet. That'd be boring as. It's like no citrus. I've also seen traditionally opposing groups adopting similar anti-5G rhetoric. In 2019, EU announced it would be trialling 5G at the year's Glastonbury. Well, the site is not going to be Glastonbury this year because of. Let me guess. People are going to say there's no Glastonbury this year because according to them, they put 5G at it last year, so they're not allowed to do it again. Awesome. The council in the town of Glastonbury voted to propose 5G rollout in the town. Some other town councils against the spectrum climate change skeptics for telling festival goers they had paid to be human guinea pigs. That's nothing. I don't mind people saying about climate change, but you've got these people that are crazy about it. If 5G was harmful, they wouldn't be rolling it out, would they? They would know that it's bad. It's like America's theory that it was Chinese spyware device. It's terrible. Terrible. Throwing through these claims seems to be a genuine concern we've been all lied to before on the issues of public health. Some cite thalidomide and asbestos as why we shouldn't trust government guidance on public health issues. Yeah, the people that are saying you shouldn't trust government guidance on public health issues are also the same people that flock to beaches every single day during COVID-19's lockdown and then get coronavirus and blame the government for them catching coronavirus. No, the government didn't give you coronavirus. You're the one that went to the beach. You're the one that got coronavirus. Mainstream publishers in the UK are also guilty of covering these conspiracy theories uncritically long before the pandemic. We've seen claims that they say there are waves in 5G that alter and boil water, cause cancer and mental health problems. Cause cancer and mental health problems. I mean, radiation does cause cancer. Well, not all the time. Radiation can cause cancer, that is true. Can it cause mental health problems? Possibly. Depends. Depends on the situation. Ultimately fueled by belief there's no safe limit of any radiation. This is belief stretched back long to a time before 5G wasn't even twinkle in the telecoms industry's eye. These fears have a long history. Oh my god. No, I'm done. Done. I'm actually done. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, it's still a walking out effect. As a drama thing. Anyway. All these claims may sound familiar to anyone that watched the protests against the rollout of 3G. So let me guess. There were protests to roll out of 3Gs because, let me guess, radiation causes stuff, blah blah blah. Look how that got us. We're now on 4G. We're still not all dead. So yeah, you can go back to your one-bedroom flat and continue to troll people on Reddit. That's risk becoming virus scrap goat. Okay, that was just something that came off my Alexa. Yes, said the name, it didn't go off. Whoop. As we noticed already, sometimes extend that to vandalism against the mask. Their reasoning, despite government advice and evidence at the time, was primarily around a cancer risk. What they saw was lack of testing. Okay, I'm intrigued. When was 3G rolled out? I would like to know. Okay, so 3G was introduced in June 2003 to the United Kingdom. It's been 17 years and people are still going on about it. They saw it as a lack of testing. Are you sure that they're not having a lack of testing now, considering you are now 17 years into the future? No. Anyway, some speculative engineers have changing over the boxes on existing masks to 3G without telling anyone, or obtaining correct made sense. We see similar claims made against 5G installations during lockdown today. The fact you're in lockdown implies that you shouldn't even be out there to watch them changing over the boxes, if that is what they're doing, which they are probably not. This video is getting kind of long. It's like 20 minutes of me just ranting about this thing. And before people worried about them as internet on their phones, they worried about mobile phones themselves. Like, mobile phones produce not even 1 watt of radiation. This is nothing. You probably get more wattage from radiation from eating that burger that's been in your microwave. Yeah, it can damage. It can't. Yeah, mobile phones then and now transmit radio waves in which the non-ionizing end of the electromagnetic spectrum, which means that it can't damage our DNA in ways X-rays and gamma rays do. These mobile phones aren't dangerous, and anyone that says that they are dangerous, that's not very smart. Okay, let's find out how 5G met coronavirus. All conspiracy theories about 5G and coronavirus pandemic burst into public awareness at the start of April. They've been building online for months. Started the link between 5G and coronavirus claims in the second half of January, shortly after the virus started getting significant UK media coverage before the outbreak had been declared a pandemic. But one thing that it's important to realise is there isn't one single 5G conspiracy theory. Instead, there are multiple theories, which sometimes overlap but can also contradict each other. Look at some of the larger anti-5G groups on Facebook, and you can't find these claims sitting alongside each other. That the virus is the real cause of the disease. The virus is the real cause of the disease. Oh, it's just a coincidence. Oh, okay. Considering some countries don't even have 5G masks and yet they also have coronavirus outbreaks, that should imply something. Right, the virus. Okay, and you can find these claims sitting alongside each other that the virus is the real cause of the disease, but 5G is making it worse, and that the virus is not the cause of the disease, and all the symptoms are actually caused by 5G, and that there is no disease at all, and the outbreak is a gigantic hoax to enable the government to install 5G under the cover of lockdown. This is why. Why would the government create a hoax like this? If they were, do you know how much work that would be? Considering that their economy would suffer, you'd be creating a worldwide hoax about coronavirus, saying that everyone needs to stay at home because of this disease that's killing hundreds, nearly thousands of people a day, and just so they can install 5G. If the government wanted to install 5G, they would install 5G regardless of whether the public gave a shit or not. The whole fact they're enforcing the lockdown message implies that no, these conspiracy theories are, oh my god. Again, these are all opinions, but some of them are ridiculous. These early posts generally largely fell into the first camp, claiming that 5G compromised human health and weakened immune systems. But it doesn't. Other claims a new virus is just a more virulent version of the common cold. It's not a more... I don't even know what that means. Virulent? I don't know what the word virulent means. I'm assuming it means worse, but it's not a worse version of the common cold. If it was a worse version of the common cold, then that would mean that people are, I guess, that would mean that people are basically getting the cold. Which, might I add, it does not take 2 weeks to recover from a cold, whereas with the coronavirus it does take around 2 weeks to recover. Also, some of the symptoms are different. For example, I had a cold in November last year. I didn't get really hot. I just had a constantly runny nose and a blocked nose, which are not symptoms, might I add, of coronavirus. Right, from what we've seen, as the pandemic accelerated in measures limiting public freedoms in the UK become more extreme, so did the claims. When lockdown measures were introduced in the UK, telecoms engineers as key workers kept working. Some were filmed doing this work, and new infrastructure was used as evidence the government was hiding something. For this faction, 5G wasn't causing COVID-19 symptoms, and it was now being used by the government as a distraction, so 5G could be installed across the country without delay. Some claims the virus was made in a laboratory, or that it was a completely different disease, or that there was in fact no outbreak at all. Other posts were made outlandish claims about the not being yet invented vaccine. One of the most common claims we saw is a new secret message about 5G and coronavirus in the design of the new £20 note. There isn't a secret message in the design of the new £20 note. I had a new £20 note on my birthday a couple of weeks ago. I looked at it and I could tell there was no message. The main theory is COVID-19 symptoms were actually mass injury from 5G. Some pushing a theory they can also deny basic medical facts and claiming that you can't catch a virus. What? You can't catch a virus? That's dumb. Coronavirus, you can catch coronavirus. I'm going to go back and use other viruses. A flu, that's a virus, you can catch that. Ebola is a type of virus. Actually, Ebola isn't it, right? No, it is. Malaria is another virus that you can catch. I could go on, but I'm not going to. Of course, multiple respiratory illnesses spread by cough sneezes that are caused by viruses. Thank you. Thank you. The first 5G and coronavirus claims we checked that the disease had broken out in Wuhan because the 5G lab re-emerged with claims that COVID-19 hotspots were also covered by 5G. Right, okay, the city that I'm from and the city that I currently live in, we don't have 5G masks installed. There's still coronavirus rates in this city. There aren't any 5G masks in the county that I live in. There's loads of claims there of coronavirus. Also covered 5G, and the cases on cruise ships could be explained by radiation emitting technology used on them. It's worth noting that Iran, which experienced one of the earliest severe COVID-19 outbreaks, does not have 5G. Thank you. They don't have 5G. The video from last year's protests in Hong Kong, the protesters pulling down a smart street light, were used by some as similar people of China destroying the 5G poles, so aware it was triggering the Corona syndrome. Corona syndrome. I've never heard it called the Corona syndrome before. That sounds better than coronavirus or COVID-19. Claims about 5G make up a relatively small amount of our work before the pandemic and now contribute a significant number of both fact-check requests we've received from readers and what we see on social media. A few weeks of 5G posts go from niche corner of the internet to several fully fledged conspiracy theories, fleshed out around the world's biggest news story being endorsed by celebrities. I'm going to skip some of this because I'm trying to keep the video under half an hour. We're currently on 28 minutes. And yeah, okay, so in conclusion, what have we learnt in this video? Some people are morons. Some people believe that COVID-19 was caused by 5G. Considering 5G was out for a lot longer and COVID-19 hasn't been out for as long as, I said out as if it's a thing, but hasn't been around for as long as 5G. On that note, I'm slightly pissed off. I'm going to go drink a cup of tea. I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.